Okay guys, here we go with another house call vid. He's a chestnut filly, 2-year-old. Most horses her age were broken in last October, so she's a bit behind schedule. When I heard that they couldn't get the roller on, they tried 3 times, it failed 3 times. I originally thought, well, why don't we just put it in the box here in the stall? But as you can see by the holes in the roof, when the going gets tough, the tough goes up. So putting gear on the stall was not really an option. So we're back out here. She's been out here 3 times before and basically dictated the 3 times. As you all know, horses react differently to each individual, so what I'm going to do is try and get the gear on myself first without being too drastic. I do have a very handy tool that would slow it down, throw a spanner in the works, that will allow me to get the gear on, but pulling that out right from the word go would be seen as overkill to some people without trying first, so that's what we're going to do here. So the breeder is actually running out of options. Tried to get hold of Chuck Norris, couldn't get hold of Chuck. So he was considering turning her into you-know-what, which would have been pretty unfair when he could have sent her somewhere else. I don't know whether it was financial difficulties why he wouldn't send her somewhere to be done properly. I don't know. That's just the way the cookie crumbles at some of these farms. As you can see, as long as I wasn't doing anything, she was okay. But every time I tried to get the roller on the other side, she started mucking around, which is the problem the breeder had. Even if I get this roller on, I still got a few obstacles to get around. Her teeth haven't been done, which is a lot of the fight that she's putting up now. Her teeth are very sharp, so I'm not going to be able to steer her. I'll just have to ride it out till she's ready to listen. The breeder, he's also got to be able to do this. He's got to put the gear on, he's got to ride it himself, so I'll have to be coming out every day for a week or so until he can do this. My honest opinion, I think before any breaking in gets done, you really should have the horse's teeth done. That's where a lot of the fight comes in because they're resisting. It's common sense. If you pull their gums onto the sharp teeth, it's going to pee them off. So you can get around that by doing their teeth first, and things should go smooth from there on. But as the saying goes, you can't really have your cake and eat it too. You just got to deal with it. Some people might know I'd like to do a few colt starting competitions where you have 3 hours to break a hardly touched horse in. You can't really expect them to have the teeth done if it's hardly touched. So you just have to work around that, and that's what we're going to do today. As you can see, she's not very happy. I don't think she's a malicious horse. She's not trying to intentionally hurt me. She just doesn't want this roller on. Every time I try and reach around for it, she starts moving, exploiting the open space. She's got too much room to move. So you can see my weakness now. I can't stay on that side and stick with her. So she's throwing her head to the left-hand side, basically pushing me around. I think most of you'll agree. If she wanted to get me, she could have come out with her front feet. She hasn't tried that. She's just looking out for herself. That's all. She hasn't tried to kick or bite. She's just on guard, and she just doesn't want this to happen. So she's trying every trick in the book. As you can see, she's starting to lose patience, and she's getting fired up. That's perfectly normal. That's just her natural instincts kicking in. She wants to get out of dodge, so she's looking for a way out now. She's not even going to stand quiet for too long anymore. I'm actually making hard work for myself now because I'm going to have a hard time getting on her now. I'll try and get to stand still while I jump on her once I do get this girth up, this roller. In some cases, you've got to make a judgment, quit while you're ahead or even behind. If things are getting out of hand, maybe it's better to stop, think about it overnight, regroup, rethink your strategy, see if you can work something. The horse could be completely different the next day. Ideally, working with a horse like this is a two-man job. You need someone good holding her, someone you can trust. The breeder said he'd help me out, but I didn't really want to be worried where he was, whether he was safe when she starts messing around, so I said no, I'd rather be by myself. You can't always have someone on hand anyway, so there's another case where you just got to deal with it. Okay, I'm going to have to start slowing her down now. She's had enough time. I'm obviously losing the battle, so I'm going to start trying to get some flex going, slow her down that way. But ideally what I should have done was waited till she spread her front legs, but I was a little bit too impatient. Thought I'd go for it, and obviously I was wrong. She was still wide awake. See her eyes. She obviously drinks too much coffee. As you can see, the more I try, the worse she gets. I'm basically on the ropes. I'm losing every attempt I try. I don't know whether the breeder is laughing or crying. I actually told him I was going to ride her today, so I don't know what's going through his head at the moment. Okay, as you can see now, she's really getting out of hand. And she's going to hurt herself or hurt me, so it's basically the last straw. It's time to bring out the tap. It's a very powerful tool. It will throw a spanner in the works and slow her down. So what I'm going to do is flex the head. I don't really want to pull her head around, but I've got no choice now. I want to stop her in the tracks now. I won't make the same mistake by trying too quick. I'll wait till the front legs are spread, which is the call sign, and I'll take it from there. Just going to wait. I'm just moving her legs now. I want them apart, not together. She's going to check a little hissy fit now because she's up until now she's been winning. From here on, I'm going to take charge. You see the front legs are spread now. She's pretty much immobilized. Like I said before, I probably should have done this right from the start. I wasted 7 or 8 minutes playing around with her. All I did was end up peeing her off. But I gave her the benefit of the doubt. Thought I'd try. Now what I'll do is I'll take over. I've still got a few obstacles, like I said, to get around. She's got no mouth. I've got to be able to steer her eventually. I've still got to get the roller on. That's still on the ground there. Which was the problem in the first place. Even if I can ride around bareback, I still got to get that roller on. So I'm halfway there. Okay, the half tub has really messed up a game plan. It's actually working too well. As you can see, she was sinking down there. I don't really want her to go down. I think we're making progress. I'm sitting on her. It's only about 10 minutes since we started, so there's no reason for her to go down to the ground. She's very wonky on the front legs, as you can see. Okay, now we've got her behind the 8 ball. Let's try the other test. Try and get that gear on her this time. Okay, looks like I've turned the tables on her. Things are working my way. She's not in control anymore. I've got the roller on. The front legs are spread. I could do anything to her at the moment the way she is. So I'm going to just straighten her up a little bit and get her to wake up. Just do it up a bit tighter. Okay, let's bring it to again before David Copperfield comes after me. There we go. She's got the gear on. Just be a happy little Vegemite now. She's alive. I'm alive.